Hello and welcome to our channel English Avenue. Let me say this now. If you're sensitive, if you're soft, or if you're looking for feel-good motivation, you need to click off this video right now. Because this is not for the 99%. This is not for those who blame their parents, their past, or their pain. This is not for those who need to be told, "You're perfect the way you are." You're not. You're broke because of your habits. You're stuck because of your choices. You're exhausted because of your distractions. You're average because of your mindset. And that's your fault. You want success? You want power? You want to be the 1%? Then why are you still living like everyone else? You wake up late. You scroll your phone. You skip your workout. You chase girls, boys, followers, likes, pleasure, comfort. Everything the weak chase. You copy the 99%. And then wonder why your life feels meaningless. You're not tired. You're undisciplined. You're not lost. You're unfocused. You're not unlucky. You're just unwilling to suffer. That's why you don't have what the 1% have. You want their freedom? Then take their pain. You want their life? Then take their sacrifice. You want their power? Then earn it through fire, loneliness, rejection, discipline, and silence. No one is coming. No one is watching. No one owes you anything. And the longer you wait to change, the harder life will punish you. Right now, you have two options. Keep living like the 99% and die like the 99%. Or listen, bleed, sacrifice, and rebuild yourself into someone so powerful, so unrecognizable, that even your past self would be afraid to look you in the eye. This is not motivation. This is a warning. Because the clock is ticking. And the world does not care about your potential. It only respects your results. So if you're done being average, if you're done being forgotten, then listen closely. Because I'm about to give you the 15 brutal rules that the top 1% live by. Each one is a weapon, and each one will either build you or break you. And yes, this will also improve your English while changing your mindset. Let's begin. Rule 1. Do it alone. Let's get something straight. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not your followers, not your dreams, not your God, not your luck, not your motivation. You are alone in this. And the sooner you accept that, the stronger you become. The 99% spend their life waiting for support, waiting for someone to clap for them, waiting for someone to push them, waiting for someone to believe in them. But the 1%, they don't wait. They walk alone. They build alone. They fall alone. They cry alone. And still, they rise alone. You think being alone is weakness? No, being alone is the birthplace of power. Because when no one claps, and you keep working, when no one believes, and you keep building, when no one supports you, and you still refuse to stop, that's when the world begins to fear you. You want to know why you're stuck? Because you're still begging for company on a road designed for warriors. You want to grow? Then walk into silence. Walk into rejection. Walk into pain, alone, without applause, without likes, without help, and come out the other side unrecognizable. Think of a sword. Before it becomes a weapon, it goes through fire, alone. No comfort, no cheering, just heat, pressure, and pain. It's hammered again and again in darkness. No one sees that process. But that's what makes it sharp. That's what makes it deadly. Your life is the same. You don't become powerful with applause. You become powerful when you're willing to suffer, train, and rise without being seen. That's why the 1% do it alone. Rule 2. Ghost everyone. You talk too much. You post too much. You share too many plans with people who have never built anything. You let too many voices into your mind. You seek approval before results. You explain your dreams to people who laugh behind your back. The 1%? They vanish. They ghost everyone. They disappear into the shadows and build silently. They don't post quotes. They become them. They don't share their goals. They make them unavoidable. They don't update the world. They update themselves. Success needs obsession, and obsession requires isolation. Cut them off. Stop texting people who distract you. Stop explaining yourself to people who will never understand you. Stop asking for advice from people who never paid the price. But they'll think I changed. Good. You were supposed to. The 1% ghost everyone not out of ego, but because they refuse to let average energy infect elite focus. Do you want to be remembered forever? Then disappear for a while, and come back with something so powerful, so undeniable, that even your enemies have no choice but to respect your silence. Think of a seed. When a seed is planted, it doesn't grow in public. It doesn't post updates. It doesn't explain itself. It disappears into darkness, alone, silent, unseen. No one claps when it breaks. No one watches when it fights through dirt. No one sees it suffer underground. But deep in that silence, it builds roots. It grows strength. It prepares to rise. Then one day, it breaks through the surface, and the world finally notices. But by then, it no longer needs applause, because its roots were built without permission. Rule 3. Nobody cares. Work harder. Let that sentence cut you. Let it stab right through your excuses. Because it's the truth. You lost someone? So have millions. You're broke? So are half the people in the world. You're tired? So is the man carrying bricks 12 hours a day with blood in his boots? You think your struggle is unique? It's not. The 99% want sympathy. They want someone to come save them, hold them, pity them. They want the world to slow down and care. But here's the truth. Nobody cares. The bills don't care. The market doesn't care. Time doesn't care. Your dreams don't care. The only thing that ever mattered is what you do about it. The 1% understand this. They work when no one's watching. They grind when no one believes. They bleed when no one claps. And they still show up. Day after day, hour after hour, set after set, brick after brick. Because they're not here to be understood. They're here to win. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo became a legend because life was fair to him? He worked while being mocked for his body. He trained while being booed in stadiums. And now, the same people who laughed pay to watch him breathe. You want respect? Then earn it in silence. You want success? Then build it when no one's helping. Because the harsh truth is this: nobody cares about your problems, but they will care about your results. So work harder, bleed louder, and stop waiting for the world to care. Rule 4. Grind in silence. Stay hungry. The loudest one in the room is usually the weakest. The 99% love to talk. I'm going to start a business. This is my year. I'm manifesting my dream life. Next month, I'll be consistent. They talk, they post, they brag, but they don't move. They don't build. They don't bleed. They feed on attention, not progress. But the 1%, they grind in silence. Because they understand this. The mission doesn't need noise. It needs obsession. You want to know who wins? The one who disappears. The one who doesn't flex, but trains. The one who doesn't talk about goals, but executes them like war. They don't care if the world sees them. They care if they beat who they were yesterday. They stay hungry. Even after winning, they don't celebrate. They reload. Do you think Kobe Bryant celebrated every game he won? No. He walked off the court saying, "Job's not finished." Because the 1% know, comfort is the enemy of greatness. Stay hungry even when your belly's full. Stay dangerous even when you're applauded. Stay obsessed even when you win. Because the wolves at the top don't rest. They sharpen their teeth even harder. So silence the world. Kill the noise. Shut your mouth. Build in the dark and come out so hungry that even success becomes afraid of you. Rule 5. The 1% mindset. Now let's talk about what this really is. This isn't motivation. It's not mindset hacks. It's not morning routines. It's not manifesting under the moon. This is war. This is a way of life. This is what the 1% do every single day that the 99% will never do. Let me break it down. They think long-term, not likes. While the 99% want viral videos, fast money, quick dopamine, the 1% build systems. They play the 10-year game while the world chases 10 seconds of pleasure. They don't chase motivation. They live by discipline. The 99% say, "I'm just not feeling it today." The 1% say, "Feeling doesn't matter, mission does. Rain, pain, stress, it doesn't matter." They show up because success is a system, not a feeling. They are obsessed, not interested, not kinda committed, obsessed. They eat, sleep, and breathe their goals. They say no to parties, no to fake friendships, no to pleasure, no to rest, because their fire burns hotter than the world's distractions. Elon Musk slept on factory floors. Michael Jordan trained harder than people who had nothing to prove. Steve Jobs was rejected by his own company and came back to make it a trillion-dollar empire. This is not about being smart. This is about being unbreakable. The 1% mindset is this: I will suffer more than anyone I know because I refuse to be ordinary. That's it. That's the mindset. That's the secret. Bleed more, break more, sacrifice more, and you'll be rewarded more than the world thinks you deserve. Rule 6. No days off. You know what the 99% hate to hear? That the grind has no finish line. They want balance. They want shortcuts. They want cheat days. They want rewards without suffering. They love to say things like, "You need to rest. Don't burn out. Life's not all about work." But let me ask you, was being broke fun? Was being average relaxing? Was watching your dreams die slowly peaceful? No? Then why would you take a day off from the only thing that can set you free? The 1% don't grind 24/7 because they're insane. They grind because they remember the pain. They remember what it felt like to have nothing, to be ignored, to be weak, to be forgotten. And they swore, never again. David Goggins runs on broken legs. Jocko Willink wakes up at 4 a.m. every single day, even when no one's watching. Tom Brady studied film when others partied. Kobe trained at 3 a.m. while others slept. That's not ego. That's warrior-level focus. No days off doesn't mean no rest. It means no excuses. Even on rest days, you're recovering with intention. Even when sick, your mind stays sharp. Even when tired, you move with mission. Because the 1% know, every time you pause, the 99% gain on you. And they will never let the weak catch them. So, while others hit snooze, You hit the next set. While others binge Netflix, you binge on discipline. While others post selfies, you build legacies. No days off, not because it's easy, but because it's the only way to survive. Rule 7. Master boredom. This is one of the most painful truths nobody wants to hear. Success is boring. It's not cinematic. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting every day. It's waking up and doing the same thing, again and again and again, when no one's watching and no one's clapping. Most people quit not because it's too hard, but because it gets boring. They want change to feel exciting. They want success to look like a movie montage. They want instant feedback, fast rewards, quick motivation. But that's not how greatness is built. The 1%? They are built by repetition. They master the monotony. They become obsessed with showing up even when it's boring. Especially when it's boring. They understand that results come from consistency, not intensity. Think of a sculptor. He doesn't strike a stone once and expect a masterpiece. He hits it thousands of times. The same angle, the same spot, day after day. Most people walk away after 20 swings, but the sculptor stays. And the rock finally breaks, not because of a powerful strike, but because of relentless, boring, consistent effort. The world will see the final statue, but they'll never see the boredom behind it. You want results? Then stop looking for excitement. Fall in love with the repetition. The elite don't just work harder, they repeat harder. They train the same muscle, write the same lines, practice the same steps, master the same moves, until everyone else gets tired and distracted, and they're just getting started. Master boredom, and you'll master the world. Rule 8. Protect your energy like your life depends on it. Let's be brutally honest. You're not failing because you're not smart. You're failing because your energy is being drained every single day, and you're not protecting it. You give it to useless notifications, pointless scrolling, toxic people, doubts, arguments, insecurities, opinions that don't matter. And then you wonder, why am I so tired? Why can't I focus? Why do I feel stuck? Because you're bleeding energy in 100 directions. And energy is everything. 1% know this. They treat their energy like gold. They don't just protect their time. They protect their peace, focus, silence, and clarity. Imagine you have one phone battery to survive an entire week. No charger, no backup. Would you waste it on TikTok? Would you keep all apps open? Would you hand your phone to random people who don't care if it dies? No, you'd protect that battery like your life depends on it. That's how you must protect your mental energy. Because once it's drained, your ideas die. Your focus dies. Your future dies. Protect your energy like a warrior guards his weapon. Cut out drama. Mute distractions. Block the noise. Say no without guilt. Because the sharper your energy, the deeper your focus. And the deeper your focus, the faster you rise. This world doesn't reward talent. It rewards those who control their attention. Protect your energy, or lose everything it could have built. Rule 9. Die with discipline, not regret. You know what hurts more than failure? Regret. The kind of regret that visits you at 2 a.m. The kind of regret that whispers, "You could have been great, but you chose comfort." And by the time you realize it, it's too late. Regret is not loud. It's quiet. It's that silent guilt you feel when you see someone doing what you should have done. It's the pain that shows up when the opportunity is gone. Forever. But here's the truth. And listen closely. You don't get to skip pain. You just get to choose your version. You either feel the pain of waking up early, staying disciplined, working when you're exhausted, saying no to comfort, showing up when it hurts, or you feel the pain of looking back and realizing you wasted your life, knowing you had potential but no courage, seeing your dreams lived by someone else, sitting in the same place next year, telling the same stories with nothing to show. The 1%? They choose discipline every single day. Discipline is suffering with a purpose. Regret is suffering with no way out. Let me be honest. You're not being punished. You're not unlucky. You're just lazy with your purpose. And every day you skip the discipline, you're digging your own grave filled with regret. You think it's hard now? Imagine telling your future child that you gave up because you were tired. Choose. Die with pain or die with regret. But don't lie to yourself. There is no third option. Rule 10. Focus on yourself. Let me tell you exactly why your life feels like a mess right now. You're focused on everyone but yourself. You spend your energy watching what she posted, what he bought, who's dating who got famous, who's making money, who's happier than you. But here's the brutal truth. Every second you give to someone else's life is stolen from your own. The 99% waste their focus. They compete with strangers, try to prove something to people who don't care, fight for attention, watch drama, scroll through other people's success instead of building their own. But the 1%? They are selfish with their energy, not toxic, not arrogant, selfish. Because they know you can't build an empire if your mind is busy watching everyone else's kingdom. You know why you're insecure? Because you've spent so much time watching others that you forgot what you're capable of. You lost your hunger. You killed your uniqueness by drowning in comparison. Imagine you're running a race. But instead of looking forward, you keep turning your head to the left and right, watching other runners. You're not focused on your lane. You're not focused on your breath. You're not focused on your next step. You're focused on them. Who's ahead of you? Who's watching? Who's cheering? Who's judging? And every time you look around, you lose speed. You lose rhythm. You lose power. That's what the 99% do in life. They scroll through other people's lives. They compare salaries, relationships, bodies, vacations, timelines, and then they feel worthless. Not because they're behind, but because they stopped running their own race. But the 1%? They run blind to distraction. They don't care who's ahead or behind. They care about one thing. Did I beat yesterday's version of me? A lion doesn't look around to see if another lion is watching. It walks forward, focused, sharp, dangerous. That's what you must become. You want to level up? Shut out the noise. Mute them. Unfollow them. Block the drama. Cancel the competition. Because you don't have time to prove anything to them. You're still becoming who you were born to be. Rule 11. You're not tired. You're uncommitted. Let's cut the nonsense. You keep saying, I'm tired. I need rest. My mental health isn't good. I'm burned out. It's just too much. No, you're not tired. You're just not committed enough. You have energy for Netflix, scrolling, eating junk, talking to people who drain you, arguing on social media, playing games, going out, watching vlogs of people who are living the life you were supposed to build. But you say you're too tired to study, train, work, learn, building, sacrifice. Stop lying to yourself. You're not out of energy. You're out of direction. The 1% feel tired too. They wake up sore, sleep-deprived, overwhelmed. But they move anyway, because they're not fueled by comfort. They're fueled by purpose. When you truly commit, your body finds the strength. When your reason is strong enough, the excuses disappear. Think about this. You've lived entire years without discipline, without growth, without urgency, and you're still tired. So what's the point? Why not burn yourself for something that actually takes you somewhere? Because real fatigue doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from doing nothing that matters. You're not tired, you're just not committed. Fix that, or stay average forever. Rule 12. No excuses, just results. Let me be clear. Your excuses are louder than your goals. And that's why your life looks the way it does. Excuses are comfortable. They give you a reason to stay broken and blame someone else for it. I didn't grow up rich. No one supports me. I'm not talented. It's too late for me. I'm not lucky. My mind is messed up. And the world will tell you, it's okay. You've been through a lot. No, it's not okay, because your excuses don't build your future. Your actions do. You know what the 1% understand? That nobody is going to rescue them. Nobody is going to do the work. Nobody is going to feel sorry for them once they're gone. You know what they chase instead of excuses? Results. You say you're too tired? Someone else worked through that exhaustion and became a millionaire. You say you're too old? Colonel Sanders started KFC at 65. You say you've been through trauma? So did 90% of the world. And many of them still rise every day to fight for their dream. The 1% don't let their trauma define them. They let it fuel them. Excuses are heavy. Results are powerful. You cannot carry both. So drop the excuses, or drop the dream. Rule 13. Become the person no one thought you could be. You know what's better than revenge? Becoming unrecognizable. You don't have to argue. You don't have to explain. You don't have to beg them to believe. All you have to do is evolve into a version of you that they never saw coming. The 99% seek approval. They try to prove themselves to people who don't even believe in themselves. They water down their potential just to fit in. They lower their voice, their ambition, their dream, just to not make others uncomfortable. But the 1%? They take every insult, every laugh, every "you'll never make it," and they bury it like a seed. Then they go silent and grow in the dark. And when they return, they are dangerous. Do you remember the kid they said would never succeed? He now owns the company. Do you remember the girl they mocked for dreaming big? She now gets paid more in a week than they do in a year. Do you remember the shy one? He now walks into rooms and owns them. You want power? Then stop trying to change their minds. Change your life. Because the truth is, they don't hate you. They hate how much of themselves they see in you. And if you rise, they're forced to admit that they never even tried. Become what they said you couldn't. And don't say a word while you do it. Let your life scream louder than your mouth ever could. Rule 14. Develop new skills. You don't need more motivation. You need more tools. Every time you say, "I don't know how. I'm not good at that. That's not my thing," you're just telling the world, "I stopped evolving." You know what separates the elite from the average? Skill acquisition, not talent, not luck, not genetics, not followers, not friends, skills. Because every skill you don't develop becomes a wall between you and the life you want. Can't speak well? you'll never lead. Can't sell? You'll never grow your business. Can't manage your time? You'll die with potential. Can't think clearly? You'll always follow. But when you develop new skills, communication becomes persuasion. Discipline becomes momentum. Focus becomes fire. Learning becomes your weapon. Silence becomes your strategy. Leadership becomes your legacy. The person who learns fast will always beat the one who was born smart. This is not school anymore. No one is grading you. Life is watching, and the test never ends. The 1% don't wait for someone to teach them. They study, they observe, they fall, fail, and adapt. They build their skill set like armor, one plate at a time, until they are bulletproof. Don't ask for a better opportunity. Become too skilled to be ignored. Because in this world, you don't rise by talking louder. You rise by becoming too good to deny. Imagine a video game. At level 1, you're given a small tool, a wooden sword. It's enough to fight weak enemies. But as you move forward, the enemies get stronger, faster, smarter, deadlier. And if you don't upgrade your weapon, learn new moves, unlock new tools, you get stuck, you get hit harder, you lose. That's exactly how life works. Every next level in your life demands a new skill. But most people, they keep swinging that same wooden sword. They try to survive with the same habits, same mindset, same knowledge they had 5 years ago. And then they wonder why nothing is changing. The 1%? They treat life like a training ground. They learn new skills, constantly. Public speaking, negotiation, writing, time management, emotional control, financial intelligence, mental focus. They stack tools like weapons. So when the next level comes, they don't panic, they perform. If you don't evolve, you expire. If you don't learn, you lose. If you don't grow new skills, life will keep hitting you with the same battles until you finally upgrade. You want power? Earn it. Learn it. Develop it. Because nobody becomes unstoppable by staying who they were. Rule 15. Let them go. Let me tell you a brutal truth. And I want you to listen like your future depends on it. You will never reach your potential until you let them go. Yes, them, the people, the friends, the family members, the group chats, the almost relationships, the ones you're still secretly hoping will clap for you, the ones who say things like, "You've changed. Why are you so busy? You're acting different." Yes, because you're becoming different, and they hate it. They say they love you, but they loved the version of you who wasn't dangerous, who wasn't focused, who wasn't waking up early, who wasn't talking about vision, purpose, and sacrifice. They don't clap when you win. They mock your dreams. They question your discipline. They distract you, drain you, delay you. And still you keep them around. Why? Because you're afraid to be alone? Because you don't want to seem cold? Because you want to stay humble? Let me be your big brother for a second. Let them go. You don't owe anyone your potential. You don't owe anyone your loyalty if they're not loyal to your purpose. You think being alone is hard? Try dragging dead weight for the rest of your life and then wondering why you never flew. An eagle doesn't fly in flocks. A lion doesn't explain itself to sheep. The strongest trees grow far from the noise and deep into silence. Some people are not meant to walk with you forever. Some were just chapters. Some were lessons. Some were reminders of what you must never become. So stop arguing, stop explaining, stop proving. Cut the rope, release the weight, let them go, so you can rise. Because every second you spend holding on to people who slow you down, you delay the future that's waiting to reward you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them say, "He's acting different now." Good. You're supposed to. Let them go. And become who you were always meant to be. Imagine a hot air balloon. It's built to rise, to fly higher than anything on the ground. But no matter how powerful the flame is, no matter how strong the balloon is, it can't lift off if the ropes are still tied down. And that's what most people don't see. You are the balloon, but the people you refuse to let go of are the ropes holding you to the ground. You say, "But they've been in my life for years. They're not bad people. Maybe they'll change. I don't want to be alone." And while you hold on to them, you stay grounded. You stay small. You stay stuck. The 1%, they cut the ropes. They don't do it with hate. They do it with clarity. They know that if someone is weighing down their peace, their focus, their growth, they must let them go. Because no one gets to hold back your future. Not even someone you once loved. Now listen to me. If you made it this far, that means something inside you refuses to die with regret. You're not like the rest. You're not soft. You're not average. You're not here to be entertained. You're here to become someone the world never saw coming. But here's what you need to understand. No one is going to do this for you. No one is coming to save you. There is no backup plan. There is no second chance. You get one life, one shot, one opportunity to do something with this fire inside you. And every excuse you make is a shovel burying your own greatness. You want to change your life? Then stop talking about it. Use these 15 rules like a war map, not once, not for a week, every single day. Breathe them, bleed them, live them. You don't need more books. You don't need more motivation. You need to make a decision. To be unstoppable, to be unrecognizable, to be unforgettable. This video wasn't made to inspire you. It was made to threaten the version of you that has wasted years in silence, fear, comfort, and doubt. Now it's up to you. You walk away, or you transform. And if this video hit you in your chest, if even one sentence felt like it was written just for you, then don't scroll away like everyone else. Subscribe, because I don't post content for clicks. I post to wake you up, to help you kill the weaker version of yourself, to help you become who you were born to be. No apologies, no limits, no excuses. This is not just another channel. This is your turning point. Let's build the new you, one rule at a time. Welcome to war.